Hello students, this is Mrs. Miller, and the purpose of this video is to show you how to complete our vocabulary assignment. So you should have already gotten your supplies. There's glue, colored pencils, scissors, a packet of work that I need you to complete, and your notebook paper if you didn't have your interactive notebook. You also need a writing utensil. So the first page of your packet shows you the steps to creating this final product. So the first thing that you do is you cut out your star, and then you're going to cut some slits on the edges of the star like this so that it creates a flap. The next thing that you need to do is put some dots of glue right in the center and glue it to your interactive notebook. The fourth step is to trace the outside edge so that you have a boundary. And the fifth step is to then write the definitions. So you can see how this looks like, just like this. So this is after this it has been traced. And so then the sixth step is to write the definition under each flap. Now you can find the definition of the words right here. So before you begin, I'd like to take a moment to go through each of the words with you. My first word is asterisk. This is a noun. It's a symbol that looks like a star that's used in printed text, sometimes to tell someone to read a note that can be found at the bottom of the page. And here's a sentence. The words on the page were followed by an asterisk. I went to a website and I pulled up some more information about an asterisk. It's a type of punctuation marks that looks like a little bit of a star. And when you see an asterisk, you usually know that there's a footnote or something at the bottom of the page. So here's an example. If there's one asterisk there, then I would go to the bottom of the page and find that footnote, and it will tell me maybe the definition of a word or where the information was gotten or something like that. Be sure that the footnotes at the bottom of the page match an asterisk in the original text. So that's what that looks like there. Our next word is asteroid. This is a noun, and it is a minor planet, one of thousands of small bodies that circle around the sun. Most asteroids are located between the planets Mars and Jupiter. So you can see that our root aster means star, so these words are going to be dealing with something related to the stars. I myself am a visual learner, so I always like to look to see what these words mean and what, a picture of it. And so I just did a Google search for asteroid, and I saw all of these images that show different asteroids. So you are welcome to check out some asteroids if you want to. Our next word is astronaut. This is also a noun, a person who travels into outer space in a spacecraft. And here's a sentence. Neil Armstrong was the first astronaut to walk on the moon. Again, I like to see some examples. This helps me learn. And so here are some pictures of some astronauts. Here's one on the moon. Some in space, so I think that's pretty cool. Our next word is astronomer. An astronomer is a person who studies stars, planets, and other objects in outer space. Galilei, an astronomer, discovered the first 4 moons of Jupiter. And when I think of an astronomer, I think of somebody looking through a telescope and studying the night sky, studying the different planets, and studying different things in our universe. Our final word for this week is astronomical. This is an adjective, and there are 2 different definitions. The first one means extremely large. Here's a sentence. The electricity bill was astronomical during December because we hung so many Christmas lights. So of course I had to pull up a picture of an astronomical bill, electric bill, because this does happen sometimes when there's a lot of Christmas lights or a lot of things that are pulling the using electricity. The other definition is of or relating to astronomy. The NASA scientists conducted astronomical research. So this isn't huge research. This is research relating to astronomy. So astronomical in this sense is dealing with the stars, the moon, the sun, the planets, the things that are in our universe. Okay, now that we've reviewed each of the words and definitions, you are free to go ahead and complete this part of your assignment. When you finish the assignment, you can watch the rest of this video because you'll see the rest of what you're supposed to do. By this point, you should have finished your interactive vocabulary notebook assignment, and you're now ready to do some practicing with the words. So this is the next page in the packet that is in front of you. This just shows you again the words with the definitions. What I would like for you to do is make sure you put your name and today's date on the paper. You're going to use the vocabulary words from right here, and you're going to complete this part here. Then you're going to rewrite the definitions. It says reread the definition and sentence examples for each word. Well, that is again right up here for you. Then it says write your own definition for each word that contains no more than 5 words and uses the root or prefix meaning as part of the definition. An example is done for you. So the example here is for asterisk. It says star symbol in printed text. Well, the writer just put this in her own words. It's not the exact definition as what was above. It's in her own words, and she didn't use more than 5 words, and she used the meaning of the word aster in her definition. So the word star is in there. So you're going to be doing the same for numbers 7 through 10. The next part is synonym or antonym. You have to determine, are the words a synonym, which means do they mean the same thing? Or are they antonyms? Are they opposites? So that's what you do for 11 through 15. For the next part, you're filling in the blank. You're going to read the sentence and then fill in the blank with the correct words. Then you're going to read the sentence and determine if it's true or false based on how the vocabulary word that's used. You circle T for true and F for false. And finally, we have some analogies. With the analogies, you have to fill in the blanks to complete the analogies. You have to think about the relationship between the words. So for example, I can see here, this is 1 is to exclamation mark as 8 is to, well, which one of my words is a type of punctuation mark? It's the asterisk. It has 8 different lines. The exclamation mark has 1. So you would put asterisks right here on the line. So you go ahead and complete numbers 26 through 30 in that way. And your final activity is this coloring page. It's the last page in your packet. You're going to glue this into your interactive notebook, as I've done in my interactive notebook, and just use your creativity to color it. I don't mind if you listen to some quiet music with your headphones while you are doing the coloring activity.